Hey, good morning, my friend. Welcome back to the ride-in. It is Tuesday morning, August the 18th. I appreciate you tuning in today. In the book of Proverbs, Solomon writes, "Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increases by the strength of the ox." Who doesn't like a clean crib? Who doesn't like order? Who doesn't like everything to go smoothly? But at the end of the day, that's not reality if you want to have a robust team, a strong group of people, whether it be a family, a marriage, a church, a ministry. Whenever you have people involved, you're going to have conflicts, you're going to have problems, you're going to have people that get in the way of each other. And these are things that if we can keep principles like this at the forefront of our mind, we can understand the value of others. I read this morning in a book, teaching theology to children, was talking about how parents need to model suffering. And a statement was made that is very profound. It said, "What causes you pain tells a lot about what you value." What causes you pain tells a lot about what you value. And I think that if we're not mature in our thinking, that we're going to value more that clean crib, that orderly situation where there's no conflicts, there's no mess, than people. And I gotta tell you, I don't like conflict, I like peace. But I value people. I value oxen. I value the strength of the oxen, and I believe wholeheartedly that in the church life, 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 100, I would much rather work through a situation with people in the realm of conflict than dismiss someone because I just don't want to deal with it. Are there times where there are toxic people that just need to be cut off? Sure. But to me, that's 1 out of 100. The problem is our immaturity. The problem is our value system is we much more value our convenience and our comfort and our safe space than we do the reconciliation of relationships. Because in the long game, if we can talk through things with people, if we could even learn to value the bumping into each other through the course of life, the organizations we're a part of, the institutions, the family, the church, the marriage, they're going to be much stronger, much better off. I mean, be honest, and when you get annoyed with somebody that gets in your way, when you get annoyed with somebody that disagrees with you, with somebody that annoys you, I mean, do you really want them to disappear out of your life? I mean, are you serious? Like, God forbid if something happened to that person and you just always had this angst, this always wishing everyone would fall in the line so that you could be at peace. People are important. Relationships are important. And with people, there's always going to be messes. There's always going to be disorder. But we've got to work through things together rather than dismiss them or silence them or just avoid reconciliation. Takes work. Having a strong church takes work. Having a strong family takes work. And it's not just built through authoritarianism. through rules, through everybody being clones of each other. No, the strength of a relationship is in people being mature and having grace and forgiveness and patience and kindness and love and communication. Communication. Jesus said in the beginning, or John says this, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. God is, a descriptive term for God is the Word. Jesus Christ was the personification of God's communication. God by nature talks to us. God by nature communicates with us and listens to us. And so God help us to embrace that line of thinking, that we would communicate with each other, that we would talk to each other, that we would have even those hard conversations and not just avoid conflict, but to embrace the potential. That when I see that person and that family, that, man, if we could come together, if we could find harmony in our relationships, not be spitting images of each other, not come to uniformity, but if we could see the value of each other, how strong, much increases by the strength of the ox. What we could do for the cause of Christ if we would bury our petty grievances, if we could grow up, if we could be mature, if we could care about people, if we could love people. In 1 Corinthians 13, he says, love, charity, it beareth all things. It endureth all things. Love is patient. It endures. It doesn't quit. Love never fails. It never quits. And so, may God help us to embrace this line of thinking. Sure, in a church full of people, in a family full of people, where no oxen are, the crib is clean. There's some churches, they're just tiny groups of people, and the problems are minimal, and there 20 or 30 people show up every Sunday, and it's an us four no more mentality. But if you're gonna grow, you're gonna have to deal with problems. But if we work through them with the Spirit of Christ, the potential for the strength of the church to be a force to be reckoned with in the kingdom of heaven versus the kingdom of darkness in this community. What God could do. Pray with me about that. That you would embrace this mentality, that our church family would embrace that mentality, and that we would learn to value each other as children of God, as just soldiers in the army of the Lord, rather than our convenience and our getting our way and not having to deal with conflicts. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but there is much strength by the increase of the ox. Amen. Hope you have a great day today. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.